Thank you. Listen, can you motherfuckers count to 20 or what? Well, if you can't, you're gonna learn today. This one's called the Cigarette Song. Smoke a cigarette or two, just thinking of you. I smoke 3 or 4 when I'm walking that cold, hard and only a man. 5, 6, 7, 8. You never used to say out so late, but 9, 10, 11 and 12, breathing in smoke and burning in hell. Well, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm calling, but you ain't listening. Smoking myself to death. Well, 17, 18, 19, 20, wrecking my health and spending my money, honey. When I'm feeling blue, I smoke a cigarette or two. I'm calling, but you ain't listening. I'm smoking myself to death. Well, 17, 18, 19, 20, wrecking my health and spending my money, honey. When I'm feeling blue, I smoke a cigarette or two. I smoke a cigarette or two, just thinking of you. I smoke 3 or 4 when I'm walking that cold, hard and only a man. 5, 6, 7, 8. You never used to say out so late, but 9, 10, 11 and 12. I'm breathing in smoke and I'm burning in hell. Well, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm calling, but you ain't listening. I'm smoking myself to death. Well, 17, 18, 19, 20, wrecking my health and spending my money, honey. When I'm feeling blue, I smoke a cigarette or two. Ow! Fuck yeah. Can I get a little more of the guitar and my vocal in the monitor, please? Just a little bit. All these beautiful people are eating up all the sound that was bouncing around before. A little more, please. I'm an old man. I'm deaf as shit. A little bit more, please. Yeah, all right. Hey, this is a love song. It's for all you lovers out there. This one's called Every Wizard Needs a Witch. You and I have been making magic out of nothing, so it seems. Casting mystic divinations out of nothing but our dreams. Building towers out of rubble, one stone at a time. We're overcoming all our troubles through ritual and sacrifice. Took a supernatural force to wake me from the dead. And you know how to throw the switch. Every wizard needs a witch. When I look into the future, with the casting of the rooms, I see you and me together through the shifting of the dunes. My cards are on the table. There's nothing up my sleeve. Thought there was no such thing as magic. You give me reason to believe. Yes, you do now. I put a spell on you, and you put one on me. I'm digging on you like a ditch. Every wizard needs a witch. Through the thin and through the thick, through the broken, through the rich, through the health and through the sick. Even when I'm just a mean old son of a bitch, I tell you this, every wizard needs a witch. God damn it. What a great crowd. What a great crowd. Holy shit. Oh, and the end of that story is then we split up, but I still have the song, you know. I stole that joke from Billy Joel, by the way. I saw Billy Joel years ago. And he did Always a Woman. And it was one of the most beautiful concert experiences of my life. And the piano was perfect, and Billy's voice was perfect, and everything about it was amazing. And then he finishes the final chords of Always a Woman, and then he goes, and then we got a divorce. This one is a colossal bummer, so apologies in advance. But you guys came to see Frank Turner, and he's got a lot of bummer songs. So. That's fucking right. You people love bummer songs. This one is about living with a heroin addict. It's called Elliana. Wide awake, watching you fade in and out of consciousness again. Pretending we didn't just watch the same 10 minutes of this movie again. Lighting cigarettes, watching burning holes in my road. It's getting old and so are you, right before my very eyes. What the hell, Elliana? Honey, I don't wanna do this anymore. 7 years together, think we must have broke a mirror, but it's time to pick the pieces off the floor. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ellie, I can't do this anymore. found a spoon in our bedroom when I went to change the sheets, pretending I didn't see what I know I seen, and the scene just repeats. Well, I don't like what's going on behind closed doors, and I don't want to fight, 'cause I'm giving up the war. And I ain't too blind to see the writing on the wall when you're sprawled out on the floor. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell, Elliana? Honey, I don't wanna do this anymore. 7 years together, think we must have broke a mirror, but it's time to pick the pieces off the floor. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ellie, I can't do this anymore. No more. Ellie, I can't do this anymore. Thank you. Whenever I do one of my bummer songs, I like to follow it up with what I call a palate cleanser. So this one goes out to your bartenders, your sound people, your servers, your hotel concierge, the musicians, all the people on security, all the people who make this experience awesome for us and deal with the dregs of humanity every single day. This one I want to dedicate to trash because it's in the name. This is one I wrote called Trash People. Well, there's a party that's going down at the landfill on the edge of town for the trail. Yes, people. And it's stinking to the pearly gates while they drink and fight and fornicate. Yes, the trail, yes, people. And there's a bartending man doing the best he can, serving up Bud Lights and Long Island teas. And he's trying just to keep his cool while he's babysitting all these fools called the trail. Yes, people. And he's sighing 'cause they all act like ain't nobody taught them to act right. Not the trail. Yes, people. And he's dreaming of another place in a galaxy far away, where he don't have to die inside just to get by. But in the meantime, he's stuck right here, mopping up spills and jerking beers for the trail. Yes, people. And he seems fine, but in his head, he's wishing every one of them had just dropped dead. Yes, sir, the trail, yes, people. And he's wishing he could leave it all, and never hear slipping from the bathroom stall. Never hear them goddamn dang-danging keys. Trash people. I call them trash people. All of them Trash people. Trash people. Fuck yeah, you guys are great, man. So hey, I gotta tell you, I'm really excited to be here, and I hope that you guys can break the curse with me, okay? Because I've been coming to the Stanley for years, but I have been to this place with no less than 3 girlfriends, and it has never worked out. So I'm really hoping that coming up here by myself breaks the curse. So help me out with that. I want to dedicate this next one to my Uncle Dan. My Uncle Dan is going through kind of a tough time right now. So my Uncle Dan had a stroke not that long ago. And my Uncle Dan is a difficult man, but a very loving man. And gotta switch harmonicas. Give me a second. And I remember one time we were hanging out, and this is literally how my Uncle Dan talks. He was like, "I don't know, nephew." He said, "Sometimes I feel like I'm just the joke of the family. I feel like everybody just treats me like I'm Cousin Eddie or something." And what I said to my Uncle Dan, you know what I said to him. What I said to my Uncle Dan is, you know, Uncle Dan, there are worse things to be than Cousin Eddie. Because everybody fucking loves Cousin Eddie. What's worse than being Cousin Eddie is being fucking Clark. That guy is a dickhead on screen and off. So the next time you're feeling like the Cousin Eddie of your family, the next time you feel like you're a joke, and we all feel that way sometimes. Fuck, my beard is stuck in my harmonica. I just got it trimmed. The next time you feel like the joke in your family, just say, "Hey, you know what? I may be a joke, but at least I'm fucking funny. You're a goddamn tragedy, my friend." So this one's called Joke. I may be a joke, but at least I'm funny, and that ain't such a bad thing to be. I may be a joke, man, but I tell you, buddy, you ain't nothing but a tragedy. Well, maybe I'm nothing. No, I ain't nobody, but I don't pay no never mind. 'Cause I got me something, and a brother, that's something that money just can't buy. I said I may be a joke, man, goddamn, but at least I'm funny, and that's something you ain't never gonna be. I may be a joke, man, but I tell you something, you ain't nothing but a tragedy. Well, you tell me you got nothing. No, you ain't got nobody, yeah. But I just can't understand how you couldn't see just what you got. And a brother, that's quite a lot, and it's sitting right there in your hands. Maybe it's kind of funny the way I'm doing things. Just another lost child living in a dream. But when I think of the way you threw away everything, well, I may be a joke, but that's alright with me. Brother, you're the saddest goddamn thing I ever see. Okay, this is another bummer one, but it's a beautiful one, okay? Yeah, I like the bummer songs too. This one goes out to anyone who has lost someone too soon, whether it's a very good friend or a parent or a lover or a spouse or, in this case, a sibling. This is one I wrote for my brother who died at the age of 32 due to complications from diabetes. He would have fucking hated this song, and he would have clowned on me so hard for playing it, but I don't give a shit. He's not here to critique it, so this one's from my brother Brian. It's called Baby Brother. Baby brother, there was no other in the world like you. Last time we saw each other, I was face down in your chest. I confess, I was a mess about you. And Lord, all the things I regretted. Man, I could be so cruel to you. And I never lived to forget it. Oh no, what foolish brothers do. Baby brother, you should have seen our mother. She was strong, it been a long time coming, it's true. She says you cross her mind at the strangest times. She starts crying out of nowhere, we all do. And you know Daddy took it worse to fall. You know he never been quite the same. And man, it's just like getting a call all over again. Anytime we speak your name, baby brother, I hope that you discover another place far away from here. Maybe a lover, maybe you'll find each other, so you won't have to be alone again. And man, I hope that I can find you. And I hope you recognize me. And man, I hope I get the chance to remind you, oh yeah, just what you mean to me. Yeah. Ooh, baby brother. Ooh, baby brother. I'm fucking crushing it on time. That's what happens when you become a dad. You know what I mean? When you become somebody's father, you get really good at getting up early and going to bed early and being on time. You should see how many fucking keys I have. All right. So if you guys go looking for my music, you're really not going to find much of anything because my debut solo record is coming out here in about a month. But I have been playing in a little rock and roll band called Motherfucking Ruckus for the last like 27 years. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen us, probably not. But you know, the Ruckus guys, we can only really play a few times a year because we're all family man, and we got a guy who lives in a different state. And during the pandemic, I got really fucking bored. So I taught myself to play guitar and took a bunch of song ideas that I had for years and years and put this record together, and I got 20 of the best musicians in the state of Colorado to play on it, and it's a really fantastic record, and I'm very proud of it. But if you want, you can follow me on the socials and stuff. You can look up Gentleman Deluxe, and you can see all the behind-the-scenes stuff that's going on. And the record will be dropping very soon, and then I'm going on a full U.S. tour. So, July 11th at Skylark, I'm going to have all the musicians there. It's going to be really cool. So come on down for that. So this one goes out to anyone who's had one of those fights. You know, one of those fights where you get so mad that you just storm off and you're like, I'm leaving town right now. And then you realize, like, you're nowhere near home and none of the buses are running and, you know, you don't have gas in your car, whatever it is. You have no way to get out of town, but you've got a plan and you're going to do it. So this one is called Way High. Well, I'm way high on that highway, and baby, don't you know that's true? I'm way high on that highway, and I'm getting just as far as I can from you. Well, headed westbound on the I-17, just a mile higher than I probably ought to be. Well, I'm way high on that highway. Baby, don't you know that's true? I'm way high on that highway. Yes, I guess I best be taking off. I ain't blind, but I'm halfway, and I probably should have stayed and maybe set it off. Oh, well, it's such a shame our friendship had to end. Shouldn't be driving in the shape that I'm in. Well, I'm way high on that highway, and baby, don't you know that's true? Here I go. Headed southbound on the I-25. I'll be lucky if I make it out of Denver alive, but I'm way high on that highway, and baby, don't you know that's true? Well, back in Colorado is where I belong. I'll be back in them Rocky Mountains by the end of this song. Well, I'm way high on that highway, and baby, don't you know that's true? Yes, it's true. Baby, don't you know that's true? Yes, it's true. Baby, don't you know that's true? Y'all know it's true. Baby, don't you know that it's true? All right. I mentioned before, I'm a dad. I got a lot of keys. This song is dedicated to my best friend. He's about this tall. He's missing a bunch of his teeth. And his name is Ransom Howell Tice, first of his name. I wrote this for him shortly after his mom and I split up, and we switched to a 50-50 arrangement, and I lost half my kid's life. That's a big thing. And I was really lonely for him, and I was really missing him a lot. And I wrote this song, and it's called You're the Coolest Thing I've Ever Done. Don't you get me started, okay? I need to play this song, and if you start doing that shit, I'm gonna fall apart. Oh, no, don't, please. I first heard you'd be coming around, I was on cloud nine. Never even seen you, but I couldn't wait to meet you and spend some time. But I didn't know if I was cut out to be the kind of man you needed me to be. But I'd be damned if I wasn't gonna try any less than my very best. I done had me some fun, and I've done things I ain't proud of. But I'll tell you one thing, my son, you're the coolest thing I ever done. Now, call it cliche, but it's true what they say. They grow up so fast. Lost a lot of sleep and it sure wasn't easy. But man, I've had a blast. And I only hope that I live long enough to see the kind of man you're gonna turn out to be. Just remember when the train jumps off the tracks, my man, your daddy has your back. I done had me some fun, and I've done things I ain't proud of. But I'll tell you one thing, my son, buddy, you're the coolest thing I ever done. My son, buddy, you're the coolest thing I ever done. My son, you're the coolest thing I ever done. He's on the record too, but he didn't care about the song at all. He just wanted to play with the microphone. All right, guys, I got one more for you, and then if it goes really well, maybe I can squeeze one more in. I don't know, but I do need help from someone. I want to get a picture of this before this is over. So if I don't know, Mr. Security Man, if you can help me out, or oh, you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, this is my friend. This is my friend Sharon Baciela. She's gonna take our picture, and then I'm gonna see how much I can play, all right? So everybody make a bunch of noise. Can we get the house lights up? Is that possible? This is a dream come true, guys. Thank you so much for having me. I want to shout out Frank Turner real quick. I know you guys are so excited to see Frank. I want to shout out Frank for two reasons. Number one, I heard that he's been putting independent local artists on all of his shows, and I think that is fucking amazing. And I think it's a great trend that is going on. Jack White did the same thing when he came to Denver. He put two awesome Denver bands, Cleaner and Root Beer Richie, on his shows. And dude, I am just so honored that Frank allowed us to get on stage and play on these nights. It's really amazing. We need to grow, you know? The second thing that I want to shout Frank Turner out for Super Bowl Sunday will be 11 years of sobriety for me, okay? Thank you. I raise my non-alcoholic beers to you. But I really appreciate, because I think a lot of us who are drunks or used to be drunks or druggies or whatnot, we all got kind of taken in by the sex, drugs, and rock and roll thing, and we didn't realize that it was just a fucking beer commercial and it was all bullshit. You know what I mean? And I love that sobriety is cool now. I love that being healthy and taking care of yourself is cool. And I think Frank is doing a lot of really great work to spread that message, and so I want to salute him for spreading the message of health and wellness and sobriety. So to those of you who are still in the struggle, we're here waiting for you and we're cheering you on. And those of us who are sober and you figured out that all your problems don't end once you put the bottle down, we're here for you too. And I fucking love you guys. Keep plugging along. This song is just a reminder to live in the present and not get caught up in worrying about the future or fretting about the past. Because what we're living in right now, these are the goddamn good old days, my friends. That's what this song is called. It's called The Good Old Days. These are the good old days, so don't you let them slip away. These are the good old days. These are the good old days. 'Cause you could leave life any day. These are the good old days. Don't you be fretting about the way it's gonna be. The future is not ours to see. Don't be regretting what's done is done. Don't let it bother you none. Na 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 na. These are the good old days, so don't you let them slip away. These are the good old days. These are the good old days, and none of it matters anyway. These are the good old days, and don't you be sweating about every little thing, 'cause they're all little things. No matter what happens, don't let it get you down. The world will be spinning around, round. Na 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 na. These are the good old days, so don't you let them slip away. These are the good old days. These are the good old days. 'Cause you could leave life any day, and none of it matters anyway. So say the abyss right in the face. These are the good old days, so don't you let them slip away. These are the good old days. These are the good old days, so stare the abyss right in the face. These are the good old days. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Aaron Howell, and this has been Gentleman Deluxe. Thank you so much for having me. Right, goddamn motherfucking Turner is next, goddamn it! That's gonna do it for me tonight, guys. Thank you.